Hi to all the beautiful sewers out there. This is the sewing machine company introducing you the Janome DC2030. It's an only 5 kilo machine, fully computerized with 5 years electrical warranty. It has 30 inbuilt stitches and it has a memory buttonhole. It's only for $4.99. For more info, please visit us at www.sewingmachines.com.au, or you can call us anytime from 9:30 till 5:30 at 1-300-137-041. Today in this video, we will be showing you how to thread this beautiful 5 kilo sewing machine and also to do a memory buttonhole. It is very easy. It has a drop-in bobbin. We have on our previous videos showed you how to wind a bobbin, which is similar with all the Janome sewing machines and all the computerized sewing machines as well. We're going to show you how to thread, how to use a needle threader and how to put them in the right position. So first of all, with your little machine, the spoon holder is separate and it is inside this little extension unit. So what you need to do, you need to pull the extension unit out and you will find all your attachments inside that extension unit. You will have a spool holder just like this inside the extension unit. What you have to do is you push it down and place it on top of the machine as shown in the video. Take a good quality thread, as also I have mentioned in my previous videos, that make sure you use a good quality thread with all the Janome sewing machines. I usually prefer the Gutermann or the metal thread. Always use a small stopper, which you would be getting with all sewing machines you buy from Janome. Put the stopper in. Now, first things first, what you have to make sure is always keep your presser foot in an up position so that when you are threading your machine, it goes inside the tension unit that is on the body of the machine. Now, I'm going to show you how to thread it. As you can see, I will try to flip the machine so that I could show you clearly what I mean. The thread needs to go underneath that metal area. It's all marked in the body of the sewing machine and also in a picture form so that you could follow them step by step. I'll go underneath the metal piece, pull down my thread and go inside the take-up lever. Now make sure your thread is inside that little hole. That's what we call the take-up lever. And it needs to go inside, and the thread needs to go inside the hole. And if you have noticed, when I was threading the thread, I was holding the top thread while I was pulling the bottom thread down and going under the take-up lever. It is because I am ensuring myself that the thread is inside the tension properly. Now all I have to do is pull down the thread and put it behind the needle like that. Push my needle down, needle threader down, and also, if I haven't mentioned it before, this beautiful 5 kilo machine also has a needle threader. What you need to do is put your thread around that extended bit, which I call the shark's fin, in front of the needle like that, and pulling the thread, keeping it at a position of a 35-degree angle. Now all you have to do is push your needle threader backwards, let go of your needle threader very slowly, and you will see there is a loop there. You can use your tweezers or your fingers to pull the loop out. And that's how easy it is to thread a sewing machine. The extra thread can be cut on the side using a thread cutter, which is placed on the side of the machine, on the left side of the machine. Now, if you have noticed, it has a drop-in bobbin, which we call it the jam-proof bobbin case. These machines, no matter which way you turn your wheel, it would never jam. So it has a jam-proof bobbin case, which gives us a plus point as well. Anyone can use them. So what I do is I always position my bobbin on a flat surface, pull the thread towards me, and watch how the bobbin is going, and it's going anti-clockwise. That's the correct position and correct way to drop your bobbin inside the bobbin case. Now I will try to flick it over a little bit more and show you the little arrow that is here. What you need to do is you need to put your thread in front and inside that little arrow. By holding the bobbin on top and pulling the thread inside that metal extended bit, starting from the arrow point. Now all you have to do to bring out the bobbin thread from the bottom, I will point how to bring the bobbin thread up from the bottom. So over here you can see a couple of buttons on the body of the machine. We will be using the last button, which is known as the needle up and down. Instead of turning the wheel towards you or backwards to catch the bobbin thread, you can always use the needle up and down. When you press that, the needle goes down, and when you press it up, the needle goes up and catches the thread. And that's it. Your machine is threaded. Now to do a buttonhole, we will be using this particular foot. As it is a memory buttonhole, it does 4-step buttonhole and it memorizes the sizes that you have done. So I'll show you how to use the memory buttonhole. It's very simple and very straightforward. It's better than what you have been using if you had a mechanical sewing machine. It is easier than that, and I'll show you how to do it. To release the presser foot, you just have to press at the back of the machine. The button is placed on the shank, and there's a black button. You just press it and it releases any attachments that is on the shank. Now all I have to do is put the buttonhole foot in position and snap it on. That's it. and I will measure the buttonhole, and I will point out I want a buttonhole till that line. So I'll show you what to do to when the stitches reaches there to that line. Now, before I do a buttonhole, there are some things that I want to explain on the machine body. As you have noticed, if this is your first purchase of a computerized sewing machine, which would be a great purchase, this video will be really helpful. I won't be too long about explaining each and every component, but I will point out the important things. This is the start and stop button. This machine doesn't need a foot controller to operate. You can use a foot controller, but it doesn't need one. You can use the start and stop button to sew on this machine. This is a reverse button. If you want to do a reverse stitch, you press and hold while it's sewing. This particular button is a lock button. When you press that, it will lock on that exact spot and do a 5 stitch, and you will see a knot at the back when it's done. And also previously, as I've explained, that's the needle up and down button. This particular button is to change the speed. You can control the speed either if you have a foot controller plugged in or you're using the start and stop button. All the speed are controlled at the top here with this button. Now, to change to different stitches, as you have seen, all of them has their own different numbers at the top. What you need to do is just you press up and down. That will allow you to change each numbers that represents each stitches. So I will be doing a buttonhole. Please follow for more on part 2.